If you're in your soft life, self-care, socialite era, and you're still trying to figure out how to transform your life into a stress-free, calm, and productive life, and you're tired of listening to influencers who seem to have their life all put together and making you feel like you're behind, all because you can't afford to go spend thousands on beauty maintenance or buy a whole new wardrobe, trust me, I get it. Because I'm sure it is easy to live a soft life when you have little to no responsibility and you're not clocking into a 9-to-5. I got tired of being stressed out and burnt out from a job that I absolutely hated and living in constant survival mode. And as much as I try to listen to all the glow up advice or how to transform my life or to become her, I realized none of that was working for somebody like me. And there was a point where I just kind of gave up and I was like, well, maybe living a toxic, draining life is just going to be my reality for forever. Until I realized, wait, I actually do have the power and I can actually transform my life into anything that I want it to be. It was going to take more than listening to some generic advice from some girl whose lifestyle looked nothing like mine. I realized I could create my own version of a soft life that actually worked for my lifestyle. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, don't know where to start or how you're going to actually change your life, don't worry, because I'm going to share with you the top 3 habits that changed everything for me. So if you're craving a soft life that feels intentional, this is going to be your blueprint. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you and I might need to hold your hand on a few of these, but listen, somebody needed to say it. If you want to live a stress-free life, you have to start making time for you. You have to start making time to recharge your own battery. You have time to scroll on TikTok. You got time to go out and meet up with your friends. You got time for that man or that woman. So please explain to me why you don't have time for you. Set aside some time in your schedule to do something meaningful for yourself. And I need you to be so intentional with this. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to do something on Wednesday night. And no, you sitting there scrolling does not count. Do something with that time that you actually enjoy. It could be 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever works for your schedule. And the reason why you need to be so intentional with this is because when Wednesday rolls around and you got a lot of things to do on your to-do list, I don't want you putting that off as if it doesn't matter or it's not as a big of a priority, because it is. Otherwise, you're just continuing on with the cycle of building stress on top of stress on top of stress. I want you to understand that you need to remove shame from rest. Rest does not make you lazy. It gives you a recharge. You need that. You deserve that. And living a soft life isn't just about removing stress. It's also about trying to balance enjoying your life with going after your goals. Because it is very possible to do both at the same time. I know you want to go after that dream job, have the best body, and live your dream life because you're ambitious. You want it all. And you're going to have it all. But some of these things take some time. So I need you to set realistic goals for yourself. So instead of trying to rush your dream life, I need you to realize that Rome was not built in a day, and neither will your dream life. And just because you're not currently living your dream life does not mean that you're behind, does not mean that you're lazy, and it's not because you're too broke. You just lack consistency. And I know you don't want to hear about that because doing the same thing over and over is so boring. I get it. But consistency is what separates successful people from average people. And if you're watching this video right now, I already know you're far from average. Consistency doesn't mean that you go from 0 to 100. You can start small. Some progress is better than no progress. And to make progress, you need to fully understand where you are now and where you're trying to go. But let me be clear, because that does not mean that you have to have a whole plan figured out from start to finish. If you focus too much on trying to have the whole plan figured out before you even get started, all you're doing is procrastinating. You've already done enough of that. So I need you to just step aside and get out of your own way and just lock in and focusing on taking that next step. Living a soft life isn't just about what you do, it's about how you think. Shifting your mindset is going to change everything for you and unlock so many doors. So I want you to start replacing negative thoughts with positive thoughts. You are literally the brains of this whole entire operation, and your mind is what controls everything. And just to give you a few examples of what I mean by start thinking more positively, instead of thinking, this isn't gonna work out, I want you to start thinking more like, dang, what if all of this actually does work out? And instead of saying how much you hate your job, I know for some of us that's a hard one. Say things like, I'm thankful to have a job so I'm able to pay my bills and start saving for my dream life. Or instead of thinking this business idea is never going to work out, think more like, I'm gonna go ahead and start this business, and no matter what happens, I'm gonna grow and learn from this situation, and I'm going to be able to create something that's even bigger than I can imagine. You know that saying where people are like, you just gotta be Delulu? This is what they actually mean. And trust me, I know thinking like this is gonna be a struggle on some days. Changing how you think will actually help shift your mood and actually change your perspective on how you view things. And did you notice that none of these habits actually cost you a single dollar? It's very possible for just your average, regular, everyday person to live a soft life. You don't need to live this aesthetic life with a ton of money and have somebody else taking care of you to have a soft life. Living a soft life is really just you having habits that change how you think, feel, and act. And if you want more realistic tips on how you can elevate your life, make sure you check out this video. And remember, you can do this, you're worth it, and you're closer than you think.
It's not about the way you